Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Spooky Feasts. Today, we are going to be making the Voodoo Doll Doughnuts. So, to build our Voodoo Doll Doughnut body, first we'll need 500 grams of flour. Next, we'll be needing 4 tablespoons of white sugar. Then we will be needing 1 tablespoon of dry yeast. Follow this with 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. And now we pour in 120 ml of our lukewarm milk. We follow this with 120 ml of lukewarm water. And finally, we add half a teaspoon of salt. And now, using our skills, we must mix it all together. To fully mix our dough together, we require the greatest strength from the most devout disciples. Now the dough is almost ready, but we are missing something. We are missing the butter.
While mixing your dough, slowly incorporate your butter a little bit at a time.
As you can see, our dough is almost ready. We must add 1/4 cup of flour.
Stir until there is no more flour or dough sticking to the sides of your bowl. And here we have our combined dough. Now it is time to knead it for 5 minutes till you have a slightly sticky but malleable ball of dough. Once you have finished kneading your dough, place it into a lightly greased bowl and cover it and allow it to rest for 1 hour or until it has doubled in size.
It has now been an hour, and as you can see, our dough has risen to twice its size and become more than it was before. Now, it is time to shape it, mold it into the bodies that we need for our voodoo dolls. Now, we will prepare our surface so that we can mold our dough. First, we shall cleanse it with flour. Now we will flatten the dough into a flat sheet of 1/2 inch thickness. Now, using your sacred skills with a knife, we will cut 4 lines of finger length wide down the dough. Now that they have been divided into 4, we shall then divide it again to make 8. Now we have 8 pieces of dough that we can now fashion into our voodoo dolls.
First, you want to make 2 small cuts about 1 inch deep and 1/2 inch wide into each of the ends of your dough.
And then, with simple ease, we separate them, push them apart. And there you have it, a voodoo doll ready to be cleansed in the vegetable oil of tastiness. Repeat these steps again until you have 8 voodoo men. And here we have our voodoo men ready to be fried.
Heat enough oil to the temperature of 200 degrees, the amount you'd need just enough for your voodoo dolls to float in. Carefully place your voodoo doll in the oil and allow it to cook for about a minute before flipping over and allow it to cook again. Then remove your voodoo doll from the oil and rest on a paper towel.
And here we have it, our 8 delicious voodoo dolls. But they are not finished yet. No, we must now decorate them to look like our enemies. Now, to make our icing decoration, we will first put in our 1 cup of icing sugar, followed by a quarter cup of milk. Follow this with the 1 tablespoon of glucose syrup. And now we mix it all together. Now, as you can see, the icing has taken on the consistency that we want for our voodoo dolls. We will now divide this icing into 3, so that we can make 3 different colors for our voodoo men. We will be making a black, a white, and a pink icing. Now it is time to color our icing. We'll only be needing a small drop of the black and red food dye for our icing. We have now finished our decorating icing for our voodoo dolls, but there is one thing that these voodoo dolls are missing. That it needs to be done before they are decorated. They need to be filled with the blood of life. Yes, it's time to fill them with jam.
An icing squeezer, or whatever is handy. Fill it with jam and squeeze it into your voodoo dolls.
Now we have filled our voodoo dolls with fresh blood. Now it is time to decorate them. Now, it is time to give them faces, to give them personalities.
Using your excess icing, decorate your voodoo dolls in any particular way and shape you like.
And here we have 3 voodoo dolls, delicious, macabre, everything that one needs. But they are missing something.
They are missing the needles. Now, using your biscuit sticks, stick them into any particular way into your voodoo men for presentation.
And here we have it, Voodoo Doll Doughnuts, to be enjoyed by you, and to bring despair, pain, and fear on your enemies. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave comments, because if you don't, you might end up as one of these. See you next time.
Basically, like, he was the enemy fucking Roadhog.
Yeah.
And every time you, like, came up to each other, I just say, like, I just wave, and we just wave at each other, and then, like, run away.
Is that why you couldn't hit Roadhog?
Yeah, that's why, like, when
I'm
you were fighting
fucking
him,
done.
I was like,
I'm not gonna help you. I literally died.
It's like, but our friendship will last forever. Your death will be...